Hi, this is DJ Tina, host of HMTV Canada Easing. On the phone with me today is an awesome band called Heavenwood. Hi Heavenwood, great things come from Portugal. Fantastic food, wine, and wonderful music. We have our Portuguese community founded in Cambridge, and we can never get enough of the wine and the food. Congratulations on your current well-mastered release, Redemption. I'm hooked and can't get enough of listening to your song tracks. How did Heavenwood land the opportunity to work with Jens Bordren for all the mixing and mastering of Redemption in Sweden's at Foundation Street Studios?
Well, first of all, to the Canadian people and also to the Portuguese people on Cambridge. Olá a todos, abraço para todos. I'm Ricardo from Heavenwood, and well, this is our third album. We had a hiatus for some years, but we decided to record a new album. So we worked here in Portugal, like doing a pre-production for almost 1 year, in intensive work. And then we decided to work with Jens at Sweden because he's a fantastic producer and he really knows how to do a musical painting. I don't know if you understand me. So it was awesome, real awesome.
And Jen's working on great bands like Opeth and Catatonia?
Yes, he work in Europe. He's one of the best producers for metal, rock, and progressive. And the reason we've chosen him was because most of the records that are being released nowadays, they have like a stereotyped sound, and we don't want to sound like that. We want sound more dynamic, more rockish,
Mm-hmm.
and because we like a lot like the Led Zeppelin style and the Black Sabbath and all that good rock waves. So if we do something so much digital, it would be impossible for us to get the sound. And Jens Bordren is one of the best really nowadays.
Redemption has surprises in store for fans. What featured guests have appeared on the song tracks Obsolete, Bridge to Neverland, and One Step to Devotion?
Well, we had 3 very special guests. One is from your country, the great Jeff Waters from Annihilator, which is a musician I respect for long, and he's really a truly musical warrior. A great guitar that personally influenced me and the guys from the band. We have done the pre-production from the Bridge to Neverland and asked him if he would like to participate with us. He liked it a lot, the song. He identified with the lyric contest because we are, we use a lot of metaphors. So when we're talking about something, it's not, that point. You have to read it or like the music and listen, and then new ways and new roads are gonna open on your mind or on your heart. It's everything related with feelings and sensitiveness. So the other song, One Step to Devotion, we have the great guitar player is Gus G from Firewind. On that song, we're talking about it's honor to the culture of a lot of humanity cultures along the years. In this case, we talked about the Greek culture. So the best was to have Gus G on this song to give him some Greek input, like soul expression and musical feeling. On the last one, the Obsolete, we have from Belgium, from Oceans of Sadness, the guy is Tij Van Ist. He's a good old friend and fan from Heavenwood since we started with our 2 first albums, and he's happy to work with us. So as you see, we have a lot of international guys like Greece, Canada, and Belgium, and we from Portugal, the producer from Sweden. So this is really great stuff, It's a really wonderful sensation to have a lot of people from different cultures. For example, our designer is from Brazil, And I think this is the big metaphor we want to say, or to express in our words and lyrics. It's harmony, it's we must be all united. That is our real message. If you read it at the end, when you listen to all the songs, all the lyrics, you feel the music.
Heavenwood is creating a buzz on radio. What song tracks are popular and getting airplay?
Well, we had great reactions here. First, mainly in Portugal, and we're getting really good feedback from the rest of the Europe, because some thought that we had finished, but no. And with the internet and YouTube's and MySpace. It's really easy if you want to know the news about the bands you like. The Bridge to Neverland with Jeff Waters is mostly the song that our fans and new people that discover us enjoy it a lot. Also Me and You, it's more a softly song, more emotive song. But from the feedback we get, the people is enjoying a lot this new album. It's like a fresh air, for regarding the amount of bands and massiveness metal stuff.
The songs in Redemption are emotionally deep. Who writes your songs, and what experiences or inspirations do you express in your lyrical content?
Well, musically, I'm sorry. It's me that I write mostly of the songs, and we work with the rest of the band. It's everything about emotions and everything about the feelings we live, in life, and past, present, the future, and mostly we talk about love and the question of duality. That I think it's a question that the humankind nowadays is experiencing the duality of things. Like the coin. You have two faces for the same coin. So I think it's a small aspect, but perhaps the biggest of all in humanity.
Sorry to hear about Heavenwood's loss of their former bass player in 1995. Your band name was Disgorge back then?
Yeah, well, we're talking about our roots back on 1992. Roy was a very strong member on the band, the bass player. But unfortunately, when he decided to leave us, although I think he's always with us, and I feel it, especially when I'm composing the songs, it felt like it gave us more strength, Mm-hmm. Sometimes we need negativeness to put ourselves in a balance, in a equilibrium. And we decided what doesn't kill us made us strong. So we decided to work, and everything we done is like he's with us. We felt that every show I went into stage, when I went into the studio, when I was traveling to Sweden, like some seconds I was thinking on him. So yeah, I believe it so.
The current lineup is still Bruno Silva on guitar, Richard Diaz yourself on guitar, and vocals Ernesto Guerra. Guerra
yes.
On vocals.
Guerra is war. The name like Guerra is Portuguese. In English it means war. Yeah, Guerra.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And that's still.
Yes, the main band. Yes, we are three. Like the Musketeers. This is the D'Artagnan. So, but yeah, it's like we feel great. Few people, deciding much more work. Yes, of course, we had much more work. But the decisions were so fast, like an empathy, you understand, of thoughts and feelings when we were working. And so the three, Ernesto, Bruno, and me, were working so hard, like three guys trying to make a building. You understand? So,
yeah.
But that's possible. Yeah. It's another question we talk about. It's a question of hope, and believing, positiveness. Yes.
I noticed a hint of death metal influences in your sounds from Redemption. What are your main influences for your music, and have they changed since the band first formed in 1992?
Oh, well, the main influences, well, we had a lot from the metal music style. Regarding the gothic rocky stuff, personally, I love the Cult, for example, and Fields of the Nephilim and Sisters of Mercy. And I believe, yes, that they were and still are, quite good influence for us in the metal scene. I'm eclectic, so I believe that you have good music and bad music, although it's rock, metal, jazz, because I'm not stereotyped. I love music. And I can listen from classic stuff, from jazz, fusion, a great Jack Pastorius, all the stuff that is good, It's like the food, If it's good, you have to hit it.
I'm curious, how does Redemption differ from your previous album, Diva and Swallow?
Well, yeah, it's a good question, really good question, because most of the reviews we're having and the people that write to us say this is a logical step from the previous albums, So in the Diva, we were how can I say? Sometimes I like to compare two colors, On the first album we like yellow, like the sunset, you understand? A lot of melodic and melancholic. With the Swallow album, we were more red, more explosive, more rockish, more attitude. And with the new one, with Redemption, we kind of mix both, And I would tell this new one is more Bordeaux, I don't know if you understand the name of these colors, like darker red. So I think it's a logical evolution for the band. We are more mature, and musically, personally, everything. The album is really good structured, great sound, good musics. So I think everyone like really metal or rock gonna like this album a lot.
Which featured guest appeared on your album Swallow?
Well, we had, it was a challenge, first of all, because we invited one of the best singers from power metal, this Kay Anson from Gamma Ray, and he was so surprised when we invited him to do, because we're not his style of music. But he accepted to work with us on two songs, on Luna and Downcast. Also, Liv Christine from Theatre of Tragedy, now on Live Eyes. She sang with us on Downcast. And the funny at the end, or the great experience, was to do a different song, because Downcast don't look like a metal song. So I think it was a really big challenge for Heavenwood, for Liv Christine, for Kay Anson. And when you finish it and you listen and you put a smile on your face, and you say, okay, this sounds really nice and we are happy with that. It was great.
Can you tell us what big bands Heavenwood shared the stage with your 1998 European tour, and how did the tour turn out?
Well, our first tour was with In Flames. They were starting such as we, and personally, I noticed when I saw them live and speaking with them, and we were feeling like, wow, this guy is going to be very, very big, Other thing, it was funny because I remember on that first tour, I believe most know the band Hammerfall, so we got the chance to listen to the demo. It was a project from two guys from In Flames. So we toured with Atrocity, with Theatre of Tragedy, Lake of Tears, among Europe, mostly in Germany, Switzerland, Netherlands, we went to France, and East countries. So another great feature for us was being the first Portuguese band on the Wacken Fest, was a great show with playing and seeing a lot of people from Japan, Sweden, a lot of Portuguese supporting us, and for us it was like, oh yeah, okay, it's not a dream, we're playing here, so it's great.
Do you have plans to do another tour to promote Redemption, and will you be selling CDs and Heavenwood merchandise at your live shows?
Yes, well, the Redemption first was released here in Portugal, less than a month, with a special edition, limited edition, with offer where we offer free ticket, for our 2 release shows. We're gonna do one in Porto, in a beautiful place, cultural, named Casa da Música. It's fantastic. Another challenge, because they never done a metal show there. So it's only for classic stuff. So great architecture, beautiful. If you check on the net, Casa da Música, and if you like art and architecture and culture, you'll be delighted with the Casa da Música. So the Portuguese who bought the limited edition got for free the ticket, for our release shows. We have planned for October 17, the worldwide release for the Redemption, and we will have a good partner doing the promotion for Fusion from Germany. So yeah, we have plans. So we have some shows booked and confirmed for Spain and Madrid, Barcelona. We have Romania. And yeah, some gigs. I hope to come to Canada, because I never been in Canada, and I like so much, your country and your culture. And so we hope to play as soon as possible.
You love the Portuguese community here, for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Claro que sim.
Cambridge was built and founded by the Portuguese community here in Canada.
Hey, Tina, believe me, because this bridge to Neverland was, the song is related, with, since a lot of time ago when the Portuguese went through the Atlantic Sea, finding new worlds back a lot of years ago. And nowadays we still do kind of it, we go to every country, and Canada is a special country for Portuguese. Sometimes I see some, jokes about it, because, Portuguese not to work. No, I think it is input in our DNA, you understand? So, we are a lot, we think a lot, we have a very special writer on the past. It was Fernando Pessoa. He's a great writer, and he uses a lot of metaphorics. And he talked about, he called the fifth empire, because it's really related with empire of senses. So, and as you see in the Europe community, we have a Portuguese also, so I think we have a good communication, it's easy for us to express and to, I was talking about musical painting, now about like expression painting, words, and imagine, and be like equilibrium, for communities. And as one time, I was reading a newspaper with a journalist, Portuguese, and he was analyzing and thinking, it's funny, because everywhere we go in each country, there's no problem. So Portugal and Portuguese culture and people are always welcome, so yeah, it's great.
I noticed your band has some really cool videos on YouTube. Heavenwood Official on YouTube is featuring 2 song tracks from Redemption, Bridge to Neverland, and Obsolete. Will you be making more musical videos in the future from Redemption?
Yeah, we are planning to do an official video, but we want to do it, calm, and we want to first to choose what the best song will fit for this video, and we're thinking in some real different stuff from the normal or natural, metal videos, do something different. Between David Lynch or Ridley Scott, or and something more classical stuff in black and white, but with a strong message.
I hear that Heavenwood has an official deal as endorsers for Jackson guitars. Can you explain this deal?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, we have with Jackson guitars with the Dinky series because we do it with Fender. Jackson is a brand that nowadays belongs to Fender. So we got a deal, and they gave us some Jackson guitars, and they're great because we can play everything with them. Our guitars are different. They are in maple. Mostly Jacksons use rosewood fingerboards. We choose maple stuff. This is more technician, for the guitar players and that. So it's like I have the Telecaster feeling on it. I love Telecaster guitars, and I love Keith Richards because he with so few, riffs, he do a great sound like Satisfaction, for example. So, the hardest way is to do the simple, this is the hardest way, with 3-4 riffs to do a great song, for many years.
Can you tell us where global fans can access your CDs and buy Heavenwood merchandise online through the internet?
Well, first I would like to invite all to visit the official MySpace from Heavenwood, myspace.com/Heavenwood. Then you can check it after October 17th. You can get it online on a lot of mail orders also, and through the Fnacs and, good metal stores or good rock metal stores, even online. Yeah, you can get it. You search for Heavenwood Redemption. So, and I hope you buy it because I believe you're going to buy a record. You don't listen 1-2 times. Okay, you buy it, you listen a lot of times, then you keep it, Mm-hmm. And that's why, to finish these thoughts, that this was one of the main reasons we recorded a new album, because a lot of fans have our own albums, and, 10 years after, they still listen to it. And this is a really great sensation, I believe that movie director, when you do a movie and, 20 years, a lot of people still like the movie. It's a great sensation.
Tell me, are race cars and Harley motorbikes popular in Portugal?
Yes. We have a very big fest, a motorcycle fest in Algarve. This is the most known place for summer, because of the beach, good food, and it's not too much expensive. And all the Harley guys, all the motorcycle rockers have big fests where you have 40,000, 50,000 people, it's really fantastic.
What's the Portuguese scene like for the music? What popular genres are being played on radio in Portugal?
Well, mostly pop, mostly pop commercial things. For metal, it's not so easy to get, the normal radio. So nowadays, Moonspell, after a lot of albums, are getting real good airplay and good fests, playing big fests, and yeah, they are the most successful metal band in Portugal. And even in the music, they export their music. They are known in all the world, and they deserve it because they are, they are like us, like immigrants. They are really workers, So.
But you're just starting to get noticed in Portugal, or you're starting to take off?
No, we have a lot of fans here, but more in the metal, market. In the normal market, say for airplay, it's kind of difficult, and this is also related with a lot of the mechanics behind the music business. When you talk about multinationals and that stuff. So I think this is not the best or the sort of, matter to talk about, because I think it's the worst thing for art, and I like to do this, and I like to speak this about our music as art, so when you do something related, such as music, books, painting, when you think only about, the money, how I'm gonna do this because this is gonna sell, no way, no. We are on a different target.
Before we wrap up our interview, do you have any last words?
Well, I would like to say a great and big, strong and musical hug for your listeners, the HMTV from Canada. I want to thank you, Tina, for the lovely interview and for the support, and I would like to express some words in Portuguese for the Portuguese in Cambridge.
Olá a todos, abraço dos Heavenwood. Estamos separados pelo mar apenas, e desde já os meus votos de felicidade e continuação para todos, e que haja sempre saúde e bom vinho do Porto. I was telling in Portuguese that we had only the sea separating us, only the sea, nothing more. But I was giving him health and to drink some good Porto wine. That's fantastic. It's our homeland. Yeah, we live real on the Porto wine culture. Yeah.
Thank you for allowing HMTV Easing to interview Heavenwood. You rock.